You ever find yourself wondering, is a so-called mental illness really that different from a physical one? Is it a completely separate category of suffering? Okay, let's try and unpack this, because today we're doing a deep dive into schizophrenia. We actually had a listener reach out wanting to get a better handle on, well, what is a really complex condition?
And the material we're looking at today is, well, it offers a really unique perspective, doesn't it?
It does.
We're drawing from this dialogue between a student monk, Jampa, and his master Tenzin, sometimes called Mr. Monk.
Right.
And the thing is, this isn't your standard clinical textbook. It's more of a conversation, really. It weaves together philosophy, but also, surprisingly, some biological ideas about schizophrenia.
Exactly. So our mission here, for you listening, is to pull out those key insights. We want to try and bridge these different ways of understanding it, the philosophical, the biological, and hopefully give you a clearer, maybe less overwhelming picture.
Yeah, get to those aha moments, cut through the noise a bit.
Right. So where does this conversation even start?
Well, it kicks off with Jampa basically asking that initial question. Is schizophrenia somehow special, a special kind of illness?
Okay.
And the Master Monk's first thought is pretty deep. He actually links all disease, mind or body, to straying from what he calls the middle path.
The middle path, like balance.
Exactly. He suggests that when we're out of balance, the universe communicates this through symptoms. He even calls them whispers.
Whispers, okay. Trying to tell something's off.
Precisely. And he uses this analogy that really stuck with me.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
This idea of a gauge on our foreheads.
A gauge. Seriously?
Yeah.
Like a temperature gauge.
Sort of, yeah. Imagine a needle, right? It tips into the red when we're distressed, maybe goes white when we're numb or disconnected.
Okay, I'm picturing it. Obviously not literal, but...
Right, not literal. But the feeling might manifest physically, colitis, arthritis, whatever, or in schizophrenia, it might manifest as, say, hearing voices or reality feeling.
Huh. So it's a way to think about mind and body signals being, well, part of the same system, really. Both showing us when things are out of whack.
Exactly. So that's a key idea right there. Symptoms, mental or physical, are maybe just indicators, signals of a deeper imbalance.
Okay. And where does he go from there? Because schizophrenia is more than just general imbalance, right?
For sure. And this leads him to this concept of schizophrenia involving a crack in the veil.
A crack in the veil. What veil?
The veil between our conscious mind, our everyday awareness, and our subconscious.
Oh, okay.
Usually, he says, it's pretty thick, it keeps things separate, but for some people, maybe this veil is thinner or it gets torn somehow.
So things leak through.
That's the idea. More of what's in the subconscious, he calls them the winds of the subconscious, can flow more freely into waking life.
Okay, wow. So key takeaway there is maybe schizophrenia involves a different kind of connection or maybe boundary with our own inner world, one that's usually more filtered.
Exactly. Filtered is a good word.
As Jampa points out, that sounds potentially terrifying.
It does. But the Master Monk also notes, many spiritual practices are trying to peek behind that veil intentionally.
Right. Meditation, deep contemplation.
Yeah. But for someone experiencing schizophrenia, it's like the veil doesn't just get peeked behind, it sort of bursts open suddenly.
Okay. And you mentioned this connects to psychology.
It does, yeah. It links up quite neatly with Carl Jung's concept of the shadow self.
Remind me, that's like the hidden stuff?
Pretty much. The parts of ourselves we don't want to look at, maybe we suppress them, aren't even conscious of them.
Right.
The Master Monk kind of suggests that in schizophrenia, this shadow stuff might, well, emerge, come right out into conscious awareness, but completely unfiltered.
Whoa. So the question that raises is, like, what actually happens when those buried parts of you suddenly show up and start messing with your perception of reality?
Loving the podcast? Don't miss out. Unlock the full episode with a subscription. Get in touch to subscribe now. Fix your inner world at gmail.com.